basic commands. File management. First set of commands that we are going to deal with is file management command. Okay. Create a file using touch, file name, creates a zero length file. Okay, using cat with greater than file name. If the file name exists, deletes all the contents and creates a blank file for writing. Cat double greater than, if the file name exists, opens for editing, appending data at the end of file, else create a new file. Okay, so one is I can use the touch command, touch followed by the file name, simply will create a zero length file. Cat greater than file name, if the file name already exists, then in that case it will delete all the contents from the file and will open it for editing. But if the file name does not exist, then we'll create it. Method fourth, by using a editor. You can use any editor to create your file. Common editors on Linux platform: VI, Emacs, Nano, Pico and gedit. All Linux and Unix platforms. Gedit only in graphical genome. Okay. Emacs, Nano and Pico, these are CLI editors. This one is graphical and these are CLI consoles. Not all of them are available on all the platforms, but VI or VIM is something which is available on all the Unix environments. Okay. copy or move a file, cp source file name followed by destination file name. To copy a file, create a duplicate of it, cp-r source path, destination path, copy a file, copy a directory or folder from source path to destination path, cp-i source destination, do the copy in interactively, copy and preserve file attributes, cp-a source to destination. So copy command can be used in multiple forms. Copy a file, copy a directory, copy the files interactively, copy the files and preserve the file attributes. Let's say when you are copying the data from your local hard disk to your pen drive, local hard disk to your external storage media, then in that case I want all my files should have their attributes preserved on there. So for preserving my file attributes, we use this command. Move the file from source to destination, mv source path to destination path. Rename a file or folder, mv old name, new name. So mv command is capable of moving a file as well as folder from source location to destination location. mv source path to destination path, mv old name to new name. So using mv you can rename the file as well as you can change its location. So I need to cut and paste. Move means cut and paste, copy means copy and paste. cp command performs the copy paste operation, mv command performs the cut and paste operation. Okay. I need to filter data from my files. That is, I want to get only selective information, not everything. I don't want to get everything, I just want to get a selective information. My file could be having hundreds of lines, but I don't want to get hundreds of lines from the file, I want to get some selective set of data. Filter from top, filter or select specific lines from top or beginning of file, head minus n followed by, or head minus number, file name. So what this will do is, this will show me only these many number of lines from the top of my file. So if in case my file is having 1000 lines or 100 lines, and I execute the command head by default filters only top 10. So if I'm running head, say etc/passwd, so what it will show me, only the first 10 usernames, if I am not using it with any option. Okay. To override, head -5 password. So now it will show me only the first 5 usernames, only the first 5 entries from my etc passwd file. The same way, filtering specific lines from the bottom, in place of head the command is now tail. Again, like head, tail also filters by default the first 10. So if I am saying tail followed by file name, it will show me the last 10 lines. It will show me only the last 10 lines. It will not show me everything, it will show me only the last 10 lines there. I want to override, I can give it as tail -5 etc password. So now it will show me only the last lines. We do it in this way. To override and view, from a given line to end of file, tail -n plus line number followed by file name. So let's say, for example, I want to view from line number 20 onwards. I don't want to view the first 20. I don't want to view the bottom 20. My requirement is I need to pull the records from line number 20 onwards till end of file. From line number 20, from record number 20 onwards. So in that case, we'll be using it as, say, tail minus n. So I want to view from line number 20 or line number x till EO file. So I'll be giving it as plus, let's say 3, followed by my file name. So this shows me from line number 3 till end of file from the file name. Okay. So this is filtering from the top, filtering from the bottom. Let me power on my view. Third, filtering records or rows on base of a given pattern. I want to filter my records or rows on the basis of a given pattern. Show me only those lines that have this keyword. Show me those lines that don't have this keyword. So for this, command is grep global regular expression print. Use the grep command. Global regular expression print. Syntax: grep followed by its options, then pattern, and then file. So let's say I want to view the records of only those users which are having dummy in their name. I want to view the records of those users which are having dummy in their name. Okay. So grep, here dummy is my pattern and etc/passwd is my file name. So what this will show is, above command shows the records of all users who have dummy in their name or description. So let's check it here. If in case I am using grep, the same command with -v switch, grep -v, show that do not have dummy those lines that do not have dummy keyword. So this shows me only those lines which are not having dummy keyword there. hyphen w show those lines that have dummy as the keyword, not embedded string. That is, only the line which is having dummy as a keyword will be shown. Dummy 1, dummy 2, dummy 3, they will not be shown as output. Because now I am saying match the exact word. So only those lines where there is a dummy written as an exact word, they will be shown as the output. The lines where I do not have the dummy as an exact word written there, they will not be a part of my output. So if I have a username as dummy user, his name is not reported. If I have a user whose name is dummy1, his name is not reported, because I am looking exactly for the word that have dummy as the exact keyword. Okay, so we are doing a match word, match complete word, not embedded strings. If in case I am using grep with -i, so that have dummy keyword irrespective of the case in which it is written. So it is matches dummy as well as dummy. Both are matched. Ignore the case. Grep hyphen I is ignore the case. Then grep, if in case I am using a square bracket, this matches character class is specified by the square brackets. So let's say I said show me the lines which are having digits, any number. So when I am saying that 0 to 9, so it shows me the lines which are having digits written then, anywhere they are having a digit. Minimum 1 digit should be there. Match the character class is specified by your square brackets. In this case, shows all those lines that have a digit anywhere on it. So anywhere, if in case in my file I am having a number written there on any line, it will show me that line as output. Shows me all the lines having digits there. Okay. If I use the same pattern with -v switch, it will show me those lines that do not have any digit in it. -v is negate the condition, reverse the condition. So if I have given a pattern as 0 to 9, it shows me the lines which are having any digits. If I use the same command with -v switch, it reverses the pattern. So whenever you want to reverse the pattern, simply use the -v switch there. Okay. If I use the grep with my pattern as say caret followed by 0 to 9, double quotes. Now in this case, shows all those lines that begin with a digit, with a number or digit. So in this case the output will be generated if and only if the very first character of my line is a number. This caret is doing that job. If in case my line is not beginning with a number, it will not be a part of the output. In place of this caret, if I add a dollar at the end, now this will show me only those lines that end with a number or digit. That is, if the last character on my line is a numerical value, then only it will be a part of the output. Lines beginning with number is caret, lines ending with number is dollar. And if in case I have caret and dollar both, then in that case the line which is having only digits, no text written on them. So in place of 0 to 9, if you change 0 to 9 with A to Z, it matches all those lines which are having only the characters. So by using grep command, what we do is we perform row filtering. We filter our records on the basis of patterns. A row is filtered, a line is filtered. When in case I want to filter our records on the basis of columns, grep is my row filtering. Next is our filtering columns. Okay. Filtering columns from files. Syntax is which one? This is. In case of F, before my character class I am having a caret symbol, and in G, after my character class I am having a dollar symbol. Dollar means line ending with the pattern on its left hand side, and caret means line beginning with the pattern on its right hand side. Okay. So the syntax for filtering my columns is cut options, so no specific, let me write it as minus D delimiting character minus F field number followed by file name. So let's say, for example, I need to pull only user name and his UID. I want only these two columns in the output, nothing else. I want to get only the name of the user and his user ID number, nothing else. How we can do it? Cut minus F. Now please tell me what is the column number of my username and the column number of my user ID. Check your etc passwordability file and tell me the column numbers. In which column I am having my user ID and which column I am having my username. Second and third, sure, please check it again. Which columns? How many columns are separated? First and fourth. Sure. First and fourth or first and third? Fourth is my GID column. How you got to know? Because in your etc pass-through D, each and every column is separated by a colon. So colon is my separating character, the separator. Where I have my username written there in my etc pass-through D? Check the file and tell me. In which column do you have the username? We have our usernames in column number 1. Okay. And in which column do we have our user ID number? Column number 3. So field number 1, comma field number 3. How to identify the field numbers? Refer this character colon. So this colon is the one who is going to tell you this is field number 1, this is field 2, field 3, field 4. So what is my separator character that allows me to, or that helps me in terms of identifying my fields? So fields are identified on the basis of my F1, comma 3. So 1, comma 3 will be determined on the basis of your -D switch. From the file name etc/passwd. So this shows me only the username and his user ID number. Only these two columns are shown. Check it. Are you able to get the same information there? There is a limitation. The limitation of cut command is that it can not work in scenarios if no fixed separator is defined. See, cut will not be able to do its job efficiently if in case we do not have a fixed separator. Like say for example, I want to get my file permissions and the name of file from the output of my ls-l. Let's say we need to get file name and owner name. Okay, so let's say we need to get file name and owner name from the output of ls-l command. So we know what is my file name in the ls-l output. File name comes into column number 9 and owner name comes into my column number 3. Just do ls-l. Just execute your ls-l command. So what is the column number in which I am having my owner name? File owner name, if you recall yesterday we said, comes into my column number 3 and the file name comes into my column number 9. Is it? Okay. So let's say here the limitation that we have with our cut command is that if I do not have a fixed separator, then the cut will not be able to properly pull the output, will not be properly filtering my columns. So if in case I am running this command ls-l pipe cut minus f 3 comma 9 separated by a space. Are we getting the desired output what we are checking in? Just check it, run the command. Here in this case I am using the piping operator, sending the output of my ls minus l command as input to cut command. So as you can see, cut is inefficient in such scenario where my number of delimiting characters or the separator is not fixed. I do not have a fixed separator. So in such type of scenarios, we prefer to use awk command in place of cut for filtering desired columns. Okay. ls minus l pipe awk single quotes double quotes print $3 space $9. So now see if you are getting the desired output, that using your cut command is good only in conditions when you have a fixed delimiter. Like when I need to pull the data from my etc passwd file or some similar type of data sets where you have a colon or a comma separated value or any semicolon based separated value. In all such scenarios, it is good to use that. In this case, there is a separator. Awk command, the difference between the two commands is that with cut, we need to specify the separator, but with awk, the default is space or tab stops. So even if in case I have not specified a separator, wherever it finds a space, identifies or marks it as column. So with awk command, as my ls minus l is giving me a 9 column output, and all my columns are separated by spaces or tabs. So with awk command, wherever you have a tab or wherever you have a space, for it, it is a marking of a column. Just the stuff. Got it? So any command where you do not have, or any commands output any file where there is no specific separating character, you can use awk to do the job.
There is no space.
There are a lot of spaces. See the permissions, and between the hard link count there is a space. Between hard link count and your owner name there is a space. Between owner name and group name there is a space.
I mean,
The output, not in the output. If you want to keep a space in the output, then just simply place a comma in between. So for AWK, any field separated by a space is identified as a column and it gives a number to it. Very first thing before left is a column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4 and so on. Okay. So awk takes space as a default separator, but cut needs the separator to be specified by us.